Why do you stay in prison when the door is so wide open? Rumi. For many of us, prison can feel safer, right? Thoughts can arise. If I was to truly release this attachment, if I was to truly let go, what would happen? Would everything fall apart? If I release my attachment to this health situation, will it not just get worse? Will I just become so uncaring and nonchalant about my body that I simply don't take care of it and end up spiraling downwards into illness again? If I release my attachment to money, will I work hard enough for it anymore? Maybe I'll become lazy and not do anything to earn it and hit rock bottom again. If I release my attachment to this relationship, will they leave me? Will I be abandoned and alone again? Or will I end up wanting to leave them, but then not know where to go and be lost? Many of us stay attached because we don't even see our chains of attachment. We become uncomfortably comfortable in our prison cells and we say, well, this might not be the best, but I don't know what's on the other side of that wall. It's the unknown. It could be worse. We don't see that there's a whole other world out there, a whole way of being that allows people and things to flow in and out of our life with acceptance and trust that I am safe. I am safe to let go. Because thoughts arise, but if I let go, am I not just going to splat on the floor? Who will be there to catch me? What will be there to catch me? We don't see that those chains of attachments keeping us attached aren't actually made of steel. They aren't even ultimately real. They're made of something much more vaporous. Fear. And what is fear made out of? Is there anything else that makes up fear other than thoughts and feelings? If you truly investigate your experience, you'll see that fear is made up of nothing else other than thoughts and feelings. Thoughts that can seem very real and true sometimes, especially when they're present with an intense feeling in the body. They seem to scream, I am real, I am true, I am important. But these thoughts aren't always with you. They appear and disappear within this open space of awareness, right? And the other component to fear is feelings, sensations in the body. Sensations that can get very intense and uncomfortable sometimes. But these sensations come and go. They're not always with you. They appear and disappear within this open space of awareness, right? And has any thought or any feeling, however intense, ever harmed this open space of awareness? The irony with attachment is that it's born out of this survival need to try to hold on, control, contain, and manipulate. And you end up believing that it's the only way to achieve results and that if you let go, you won't be in control anymore. You won't get the outcomes that you feel your peace and happiness is so heavily dependent on. But the paradox is, when you let go of the control, in a weird way, you kind of get it back. You're not worried or anxious about the situation all the time, and so you're more able to operate efficiently, with more energy focused on what's actually important instead of that worrying voice on loop in your head. You're not in your head all the time trying to figure it out, trying to manipulate people and things to get what you want because, God forbid, if this falls apart, what would happen to me? You're not needy and dependent on this person or thing to make you whole or complete or happy. You come from a place of already completeness, already happiness, and so you're able to show up as the authentic you, and you're able to give without the constant concern about whether you're going to be given back to. And when you stop trying to hold together all the things that need to fall apart and allow them to fall apart and fall away They make space for something to come in that's often better and more in line with who you truly are, without these chains of attachments keeping you limited, keeping you down, and keeping you from rising up into the sky where you can truly fly. To release all of your attachments, you must integrate the two different levels. One level is releasing the attachments on the level of the body and mind. And the other level is to live as the true you, the one who's already non-attached. Releasing attachments on the level of the body and mind involve releasing the stuck density, tension, and emotional energy in the body that's holding on. Releasing the nervous system from being chronically stuck in a fight, flight, freeze response to a rest and digest response, back to an equilibrium from where you can relax, let go, and flow. And this comes with facing those fears, seeing those apparent chains for what they really are, seeing those fears in their fullness and allowing them to move through you and seeing what's on the other side. Because what are you really fearing? If somehow you knew that if you let go you'd immediately feel better, would you really be that afraid to let go? If you knew that whatever situation is on the other side is definitely going to feel immediately better, would you really stay holding on? No. So it's not actually the situation you're afraid of. It's the feelings that are on the other side of fear. The sadness of loss, the guilt and shame about all the things you did to try and manipulate the situation or cover up the pain of loss. The grief that everything in the world of form is eventually going to change or fall apart, and that everything in the world of form is temporary and can't ultimately be held on to, and that everything that's not essential to who you truly are at the core of your being will eventually fall away. All forms arise and all forms decay, but they'll be born again someday in this infinite ocean of possibilities. Releasing all of your attachments involves facing all of those fears that the fear is trying to protect you from, and seeing what's left of you on the other side, and feeling the freedom that's on the other side. What are you really afraid of? What are you really afraid of losing? Is the fear of loss, the fear of feeling like a failure, the fear of not being good enough for dad, the fear of being abandoned by mum? Has any thought or feeling, however intense, ever harmed the core of your being? Notice that all these thoughts and feelings arise and fall within this space of awareness. They appear and disappear within you. And what thought or feeling, however intense, has ever harmed this space of awareness, has ever harmed you? You've experienced so much discomfort and so much pain in your life, but this awareness that you truly are, has it ever been stained by any feelings of pain? Or is it still in pristine condition? Knowing the answer to this experientially is the perfect foundation for allowing the process of detaching to happen on the relative level of the body and mind. There's a process of feeling and processing stuck emotional energy, the holding on in the body and releasing it. And when I work with you one-on-one, I help guide you through this process so you can feel the spaciousness and freedom that's on the other side. I give you the tools and knowledge to help you discard the sandbags of attachment that are holding you down, so you can float up to a whole new level of reality, so you can be the person you've been scared of being, so you can live the life that's meant for you when you shift the inner and see how everything around you changes before your eyes. On the ultimate level, to release all of your attachments, See clearly that what you essentially are is already non-attached. Can you experience yourself not as the character in your thoughts, not as a bundle of feelings, but the space that all of this is unfolding within? Can you experience yourself as this open space of awareness and see clearly that everything is born and dies within you, but this space of awareness that you truly are remains untouched? Just like the space of a room is untouched by all the forms within it, just like a screen showing the movie is untouched by the content of the movie. Does this space hold on to anything that appears or disappears within it? Or is it already non-attached because it's not holding on to anything in the first place? To release all of your attachments, you must live knowingly as the one who's already non-attached. And what do you have to do to be knowingly the space? What do you have to do to be knowingly you, considering you already are you? You don't have to do anything. You just have to be who you already are knowingly. You be the screen knowingly. You be the space knowingly. And you see that everything flows through you without resistance. Even the most intense bodily sensations, even the most resistance-filled thoughts. You're looking to let go. You're looking for acceptance, but have you accepted even the unaccepting thoughts? You're looking to let go. You're looking for non-resistance, but have you stopped resisting even the resistant thoughts? Even the resistance, even the non-acceptance appears in this already non-resistant, already accepting space of awareness, and it's the true you. So live knowingly as the true you. And it's instantly accessible. It's timeless. You're already yourself. It's pure immediacy. And then, the releasing of attachments on the level of the body and mind is something that happens in time. When you're empowered with a process, you may release the attachments to the bulk of things that you're concerned about, like money or relationships, pretty quickly. Other attachments to family, friends, your looks, the health of your body, or your body itself may only be fully released when you're presented with their gradual loss and you feel grief. But you can also release the attachments earlier by facing fears earlier. And releasing the attachments doesn't mean that you don't care. It doesn't mean that you're not going to feel the pain of loss. It doesn't mean that you're going to be nonchalant, uncaring, or unloving. You're just under no illusion that any of these things can make you whole and complete. You're already whole and complete. You're not needy and anxious about them all the time, and you're not just caring and thinking you're acting loving just because really you're afraid of loss. You're able to love and care from a space of non-neediness, from a place of already completeness, already wholeness, already peace. Being knowingly the undisturbable peace that all the magic and all the chaos unfolds within and as. Being willing to feel the full spectrum of feeling, to feel the fear and do it anyway, to feel the sadness and grief of letting go of attachments and seeing what's on the other side is the key. Allowing what needs to fall away, to create a space for new things to flow in. And perhaps those new things that flow in are going to be better than you ever could have imagined. Perhaps that dream you wonder if you'll ever live is waiting for you on the other side. I hope you enjoyed this video. Just before you go, enrollment is currently open for the Awake and Aware program. It's a science and non-duality informed coaching program to help you release fears, anxieties, and live with more felt inner peace and freedom. And it includes one-to-one sessions with me so we can go deep together. This program is for you if you're open to exploring deeper truths about reality and yourself. It's for you if you're willing to do the inner work to free your body and mind from the old dysfunctional emotional patterns. And it's for you if you're ready to discard old fears and attachments to create a new chapter in your life that's in line with the true authentic you. If that sounds like you, head over to speaktoalex.com, where there'll be a quick quiz to fill in about you and the option to apply for a free call with me or one of my team to talk about overcoming your challenges. If we find out it's not for you, we'll try and point you in the right direction, and if it is for you, we'll invite you to jump on board for the journey and support you in a radical transformation. Peace and blessings. Love you all. See you in the next video. Peace.